Hey everyone, good morning. I'm doing my John Maxwell today. And so yesterday I had a busy day. I had logged into Regis College, had one of the sisters present on this synodal listening that they're doing in the church. And so it was very interesting. I guess for us as women, the same issues are still there. It's the same thing. It's been going on. I don't think anything's going to change, but it was good to hear from Sister Elizabeth and to hear about the circles they set up and the meetings that they had. And she was just saying that, the role of women in the church is still not where it should be. I don't think that's going to change. Women want to be able to lead the churches. They want to be able to help with the Eucharist, like actually be helping as co-presiders. It took decades for us to have even altar girls that were serving and to read in the church. So it probably will not be in my lifetime. And she just confirmed that, but it was lovely to listen to her and to join in. I joined in online. I didn't want to go to Regis because she wasn't coming because of the problems that we had with our airlines and things. So I just joined in online from home. And I do a lot of things like that. I join in online where I can. It's more convenient, especially when you're job hunting or you've got a lot of other things going on. I also join in for the One campaign that way as a volunteer. I like being a volunteer with them. It helps me feel I'm making a difference in a small way. And so I'll be taking an action for them, helping with uploading a video later today that they will use if they decide to for their initiatives. And we're focusing right now on vaccines. Many of us had vaccines when we were children against polio, measles, mumps, and rubella. And those vaccines probably saved our lives with building up our immunity. So I'll be doing that later today, aside from following up on my job searches. And hopefully I'll get something good where I can be in charge and I can be overseeing things. It's been a long, long time since I've been in that position. The last time was at TD. At BMO, I did have a little bit of that because I was second in charge with the project manager. But I've been in very menial roles, very entry-level roles, and very stressful roles. So we'll see how it goes. Hopefully something opens up for me. If not here, then in New York or maybe in England, because I've got good skills to offer. I have been overseeing teams and leading teams. I've been mentoring others. So we'll see what happens. But to go to this day 3 of this John Maxwell and the law of victory, he's focusing today on achieving personal victory and how our victory is over ourselves. So, for example, with me, with my unemployment and with not being able to get work, there was a point where I could not even get up out of my bed. I had to roll over onto my side and then bring my knees up, like bend them, and then gently fold my body and push myself over. So it was very, very stressful for me, and I had to remind myself to be open, to be teachable. And I used to use my essential oil, so that was a godsend for me, because with using the essential oils, they do tell you which ones are good for detox, which ones are good for any kind of anxiety, any kind of mental health issues. So I used bergamot and lavender. Those were my go-to oils. And I used them every night. Before I went to sleep, I would give myself a full body massage. And they also help with things like constipation, because some of the essential oils, they do make you urinate a lot, and they also make you want to drink water a lot. So I used my oils mainly in the evening, and I used them for a full body massage. I used all the techniques that I learned when I was studying with Sandy, and they've been a tremendous blessing to me. So I do help others now. I have had people in my condo that I used for my test cases who came to me, and some of them I treated at the college, others I did here at home. It's easier when it's at the college because they have the table set up and they have the room. You can play soft music. And so I use all those skills on myself to heal myself and get my health back to where it should be. There's other oils that are very good for cancer. They're good for migraines, like peppermint is supposed to be very good for migraines. But again, I know the contraindications, so I know how to use them. And then the second point John Maxwell brings is he removed obstacles carried forward from the past. So you'll find that with me, when I go out, when I do my job hunt and all that, people are still talking about what happened in 2007. And I'm like, it's not 2007 anymore. Can we move on? I mean, yes, it might have been nice. We were a good team. We were a great team. We did everything together well. But it's not 2007. And if people are going to keep going back to how good it was and how good our team was, I'm not going to be able to move forward. So they mean well when they're talking about it and about what happened and how certain managers went on holiday, Warren Bell, and he came back and there were changes. And it's like, yes, we all know the story now, but we all need to move forward because I have skills that could be valuable and used within the banks or used within teleperformance or wherever it is. And it's good to remember that we were a great team and that we still care for each other. We still want the best for each other, but we can't change that now. It's gone. It's over, and the banks are not the same anymore. And those kind of loving, playful relationships that we had, those don't exist anymore. We had a lot of fun. So, those days are gone. So I like to have fun anyway. It doesn't matter where you put me. But even at teleperformance, they know. I always like to make a joke and laugh, and I bring the team together. But that's how we get through the hard days. So we have to go forward. Even with our clients that we lost, it's hard. It's still hard because we all liked it so much. We all love being on the sports campaign. So 5 months have gone and they're gone. So we have to move forward and we have to find new opportunities, new things, hunt new business. And, we're still hungry for the work. So we have to keep trying to do something else. And then the third point, it's talking about Josiah. If you read the story of Josiah, he realized what he needed to give and gave it. So too with us, we need to realize what we need to give, whether it's stepping back from things for a while so that our bodies and our minds can recuperate, whether it's cutting out starch like I'm doing from my diet so that I can lose weight, or exercising daily. I need to give myself the things that I need so that I can be healthy and efficient and strong. And it's the same thing on our teams. It's the same thing on when we're in production on the floor. Sometimes the managers will say to me, maybe you should take a few days off because it's been so stressful and, your scores are being affected. Maybe you need a break for a while. And then I'll do it. I'll take a break. But we always, we come under direction of people so that when we get to the place where we are giving the direction, we know how to help people. And then the fourth point, he recognized the key to victory. So the key to victory, victory comes from within us. Even if we lose, there's days where I'll go into work and I'll have bad calls, or I'll do a great job, but the customers will still give me a 0 for the customer service. And you'll have somebody else working in the Dominican Republic who didn't resolve anything on the call, but they just said to them, okay, I'll take care of this, don't worry, we'll fix it for you. They didn't do anything, and they get a 10. So that's how it goes some days. We have to know our work, we have to know what targets we're trying to reach, and also realize that sometimes when we're getting that negative feedback, it might be because of what's going on with the other person. It might be because of company policies that we can't change. It might be about different things that are not within our control. And that's one of the things that I had to do in my call center work, because it was very, very stressful for me and for people on our teams when you get people who are shouting at you, yelling at you, swearing at you, and you're not used to it. You don't come from that type of an environment. I don't think anybody is used to it, especially for us in Canada. Most people find it stressful. You have to just learn to take a break from the call or the chat or the email and then come back and approach the next one with a fresh approach. And it's not easy. It's very, very hard. And then the fourth step, retain a personal commitment to succeed. So that's something that we have to do in ourselves, because we have to keep saying, okay, today's a new day. I'm going to try again. I'm going to apply for more jobs. I'm going to do my best today on the job, because each day we earn our living. Each day we focus on what needs to be done, and each day has enough worries of its own, because no one knows what's going to happen tomorrow. There's so many floods now in Europe, in America. Any of us could die at any time. That's basically the reality today, especially with climate change. And you can't say, okay, yeah, I'm going to live to 80, and in the next 5 years, these are my goals. Yeah, hopefully those goals work out. But, I mean, today nothing is guaranteed. So those are the 5 points that he brings across. And the question for reflection is, are you taking responsibility for your victories? And each day we have to hold ourselves accountable. I do it through my journaling. I do it through focusing on what I'm doing each day. I don't put things in my calendar. That's another method that people use in North America. They'll make a list in their calendars and they'll block out time. I like to be more flexible with my day, because sometimes I'll stay awake till 2 in the morning applying for jobs. Other times I'll go to bed by 10 and I'll get up early in the morning and I'll apply for jobs. But I am consistent in what I do. There are certain things that I want to make sure I've got done by the end of the day, so I focus on those. One of which is exercising, the other is spending some time reading scripture or reading books like this on personal development. I like to catch up on the tennis to see where our Canadian players are and other players that I like. I have different players that I've been following who are coming up now that most of my favorites have retired. And it happens. I mean, it happened with Sampras, it happened with Bjorn Borg, with John McEnroe. I used to follow them. I used to love to watch them. Boris Becker. Then I started following Roger Federer and Nadal and Djokovic and Andy Murray. But I came in at the tail end of their careers because I was always focused on my job hunt, and I didn't focus on entertainment and things like that. So I've been blessed. I've seen players live here in Toronto. I've gone to both the men's and the women's tennis. So it's so nice to be able to do some of those things that I like. And who knows where I'll be. I mean, I'm hoping something opens up for me in New York or a different part of the United States, or maybe England, I don't know. But I've been applying here for a long, long time and nothing seems to be opening up. And things are hard all over, but I mean, when you have to go to the food bank, or your mother has to get food from the church and then share it with you from her church, then you know things are really, really bad. So it's been a long time for me, and I keep myself busy, I keep myself occupied, but I'm also tired of being in this position financially where things are not getting better for me. So I'm really focused on that and getting that good paid job with my next position. Because if you have money, you can help others and you can meet your own needs. If you don't have, what are you supposed to do? You can't draw from a dry well, as they say. So for me at HSBC, they used to call me a lion. I say, actually, it's lioness. So I'm the lioness. I'm always on the prowl. I'm always on the hunt. I'm always hungry for that next opportunity. And I'll keep looking, keep applying, and keep focused on, I get daily updates from the recruitment agencies to say what jobs are coming up. For some of them, like Randstad, will send me emails. With others of them, like Apple One, I go onto the website and I check daily. Altus HR, I check daily. I go onto LinkedIn, and then I go for my walks and I keep my eyes open when I go for my walks to see if there's any new signs. I follow up, I do cold calling, I contact firms. So that's how it goes, unfortunately, until you land that job. And then when you get that job, you have to make sure that you're doing your best and that you're adjusting to what they want and what they need to keep you. So let's see how it goes. But those are the points for today. So we have to focus on our victories and how we're getting there. And hard circumstances come to all of us. Things are really, really bad in Canada right now. And they've been this way for a long time, since 2008. So like many countries, they want to stop the immigration. And that's why we have to also earn our keep, so to say. We have to keep earning our citizenship to stay in these countries, because they're not our countries. I mean, that's the reality. We were not born here. So the onus is always on our responsibility to them. It's very rare that you'll find people saying thank you for all you've done, because as far as they're concerned, they're giving you the opportunity to come here, to work here, to volunteer. So that's how it goes. My grandfather used to always tell me when we were in Zimbabwe, one day we might have to go back to Goa. I said, oh no, I don't want to go back to Goa with the long drops and all that. And he used to just laugh. He used to say, no, this is our country. He loved Zimbabwe. He absolutely loved it. So who knows, maybe an opportunity will come to go back to South Africa. Teleperformance is there now. I reached out to the team there to tell them that if there's an opportunity to come, then please keep me in mind. They said, sure, no problem. Because I met a few of the South Africans that came here when they were looking for work. And I've connected with them on LinkedIn. So who knows, maybe I'll end up back in Cape Town, for all I know. But anything's better than sitting at home and being unemployed and not being able to have an income. And some of the places I can't go, like without a car, it's hard to get there. So I'm trying to find something that's TTC accessible. Even if I go to America, I want to find something where I can use the public transit to get around, at least initially. And if I earn enough, then I can get my driver's license and do all those things, because that's what's important. Anyway, I hope that helps you. I know my friends are watching my videos, and I am also posting them on YouTube. If you want to refer people to me to help with the speaking or workshops, I'm open to that as well. I am a John Maxwell speaker, and I do train on leadership development. I've helped them with think tank days. I've helped them with onboarding new speakers, the same as I've done with teleperformance. I've helped to onboard people, mentored people, had them shadow me. So it's nice. I was the best of the best, and I can take those skills to another role, another opportunity. And I've worked at that very senior level, so who knows where that opportunity is going to come from. But I just take it as it comes, because also with the phones and things, you get autocorrect, and I had to train myself to be detail orientated, because I was very good with the big picture, but with the details, I had to pay attention. So we always learn new things in our jobs, and we have to adapt to wherever we are. Have a nice day. And as I used to say to my American customers, and they used to say to me, have a blessed day.